Four states, Assam, Bengal, Kerala and Tamil Nadu, and the Union Territory of Puducherry are expecting their election results on May 2nd. For some 250 million people in these four states in the Union Territory, this fortnight is one of hope, of governments that will meet their aspirations. It's good to be hopeful and optimistic, but one must base one's expectations on rational grounds. This week, Geometric View takes a look at one aspect of Kerala's candidates and parties to understand what one can likely expect from them. Join me in this journey. And that one aspect is the absolutely thoughtless and irresponsible behavior of politicians and parties towards public spaces. April is the month that the Kanikonna or the Indian laburnum blooms across Kerala, painting the state's landscape with its golden yellow flower beads. Many in Kerala are lucky to have a Konna tree in their courtyards with its bright yellow flowers and a beautiful, glorious yellow flower bed on the ground. But this summer, Kerala's politicians have eclipsed the beautiful yellow portraits created by the Konna trees with their messy stickers, posters, danglers, flex boards and other material, defacing walls, littering the streets, clogging drains and polluting the rivers. It's about a week since Kerala voted, but the balance sheet of what the candidates and parties have done to Kerala are everywhere. Let's take a look at some of them. These are the wasteful remains of the campaign material of K.J. Alphonse, a former IAS officer and a former federal minister who is the NDA candidate from Kanjirapalli constituency. And to think that it is his party that constantly emphasizes on a Swachh Bharat. Now, of all people, a former minister for tourism and culture doing this. How is this going to help Kerala or India tourism? And is this how a former minister for culture understands Indian culture? Alphonse's opponent, Joseph Varakan of the Congress, is no different in dirtying the constituency. 7 years ago, when he was Kerala Chief Minister, Congress leader Umman Chandi was a vociferous opponent of flex boards and other boards that deface Kerala. But those statements sound hollow now. One would expect the younger generation to have higher social and environmental awareness, but those hopes are out of place. 77-year-old Chandi's opponent is Jake C. Thomas, who is only 31 of the CPM, but he displays the same level of social irresponsibility. And what is Jake's slogan? Youth, change, development. One hoped that the new entrants to politics, particularly the well-educated types like E. Sridharan, would be different. Harbor no such hopes. Don't forget, Sridharan had said that waste management was part of his master plan when he announced his candidature. The 88-year-old is so confident of victory that he plans to start his MLA office even before the results are announced. His first job ought to be to clean up those parts of Palakkad that he and his party men have sullied and desecrated. It was not only Kerala politicians who contributed all that filth to the state during the campaign, but there have been guest artists like this man and this man. Amit Shah and Rahul Gandhi both live about 2,800 kilometers from me. But during campaign time, both were in Kottayam district within 15 kilometers of my house. And both littered the district. Amit Shah in Ponkunnam and Rahul Gandhi right at my gate. Imagine the collective defilement and pollution caused by the 1,061 odd candidates to the beautiful landscape of Kerala. Kerala is choosing from many irresponsible candidates. To expect change over the next 5 years is to expect the irrational. And before I leave, to all those leaders whose names I've called out, K.J. Alphonse, Joseph Varakan, Umman Chandi, Jake C. Thomas, E. Sridharan, Amit Shah, Rahul Gandhi and others, it's not that you are any worse than other Indians, but at least you should act more responsibly because millions look up to you. To politicians in general, Kerala will pray that its Konna trees and the environment will survive your brutal, senseless and vicious attack on them. Thank you.